For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that by you, across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada, for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon the huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off, with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. So go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup.
This is the time of the month where Roma fans really get excited because it's usually the grand opening where they can start playing at Rinaldi Field at Club Roma during their home games. But that's going to be pushed back another week due to Mother Nature and her decisions this week. The rain has delayed that, so we're back where Club Roma has called their fortress so far this season. 2 games at KIWANIS, 2 victories out coming in the League One Cup, and as well in their second match week in the league. Welcome to match week number 6 in the game of the week here at KIWANIS Field. Club Roma taking on Oakville SC. The second between these two teams so far this season. Oakville taking that one at Bronte Athletic in a 3-1 victory against a 10-men Roma. But here tonight, the Wolves looking to cement themselves on home ground and probably their final game at this pitch here at KIWANIS Field. My name is Noah Vogel. Welcome to the late start here on League One TV here on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Roma so far this season, 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses, currently sitting in 7th place on 7 points. Oakville, a hot start to the season, have only played 4 matches this season, coming into match week number 6. 1 of 5 teams who are down a game. They are currently in 2nd, however, 9 points coming in their last 3 games, a 3-game win streak coming into tonight. The starting lineup for Oakville as we start in goal. One half of the brothers that will be facing off again here tonight. Taylor Miskolski will be in goal. In front of him, Jalen Watson. The center backs, Tommy Salako and Adam Cherkowski, as well as Jaden Saunders manning the back 4. In the middle of the park, Daniel Pareto, who's had quite the showing so far in his first season for Oakville. The TMU winger has shown some real prowess. He scored in the League One Cup in their opening round win over Railway City. Jamari Busby in the middle with captain Brandon Duarte, the Toronto native, captains here for another match for Oakville. And James Lima gets to start on the outside. In the front 2, Tyler Yasaka, and the scoring prowess of Michael Maslenka will finish off the 11 for Oakville. 2 goals in 4 games so far in League One play this season. And for Roma, the home side going with Lucas Bernstingel in his 4th straight start now for the team. Elijah Wanless, returning from the U.S., will play at the left back position. And the center back pairing that has started every game in League One so far this campaign, Conrad Charnecki as well as Ethan Miskolski. And the right back getting his first start of the season since the League One Cup win they had here at KIWANIS to start the season. Eric Woodland gets his number called. Gianluca Del Priore in the middle as well. Alongside him, the captain, Nicholas Andriola. Diego Rivera gets the nod in that number 10 position. Mason Petrucci, after his incredible showings off the bench, 2 goals in his last 2 games coming off the bench for Roma. He gets the start at left wing. Jared Aguimen up front as well as the teenager from Hungary, Ronaldo Homensky. Maslenka. Busby had it roll through, and it's going to be cleared. That Witten pushing back, and it'll allow Wanless to clear. And Duarte trailing back will send it all the way to Miskolski. So one of the storylines we see between these two teams is Taylor and Ethan Miskolski on either side. They, throughout their playing days, have majority played on the same team, but not here tonight as well as they did in that 3-1 victory for Oakville last time these two teams played. Saunders letting that one roll on the outside. And the Brampton, Ontario native will start off with the throw. Maslenka couldn't control. Lima. Challenge won by Del Priore. A big boost he's been since coming back as well, playing for Niagara University, one of 2 on this St. Catharines Roma team. Here's a chance now for Yasaka. inside the 18, crossed into a dangerous area, got through everyone. And Hugomenski on defensive duties will clear it up for Rivera. The Americans had an early goal and has made a big impression on Coach Federico of Club Roma, League One, and he's now starting here once again. He has scored in every match this season before last, 3 goals in 4 starts. Looking to add to that tally once again tonight. That one coming off of Maslejka last, so the Roma throw in a position to move forward. Rivera battling Del Priore. Rivera wins the throw. And Club Roma knew what Rivera could bring to this club here in League One. His first go at the semi-pro division. Here's Brito. Chance maybe for Oakville on the counter. Saunders. Jaden Saunders cutting in onto the left. Maslejka. Busby cleared by Miskolski. Czardecki just able to shovel it forward. Rivera battling for it. Lima able to come away with it. Andriola over the top for Petrucci, too much on it. And Watson as well as Czerkowski will let that one run into their possession. Miskolski committing the foul, and as I mentioned, Diego Rivera just finished his 3rd year at Buffalo State, the East Meadow, New York native, and while his playing there, he was the 2-time Buffalo State Athlete of the Year, Male Athlete of the Year. Came off the bench in his first appearance in the League One Cup here at KIWANIS, when Roma took down the Borough 4-1. He scored in that match and assisted, and really made his mark, and is now starting here once again today. Del Priore away. Here is Rivera. Homenski. Rivera couldn't keep it in stride, and it's cleared downfield by Czerkowski. Lima. Yasaka challenged by Del Priore. Give it away once again, Watson. Neither team really been able to control on this wet surfaces with the amount of rain we've had in the area for the past few days. Turf is unable to be really cleanly dried up. Here's Watson making the run down the line. Snagged by Bergstingel. Bergstingel, late addition for Roma. He made his debut in the first League One match for Roma. He's played every game since. Allowed just over 2 goals a game. His 35-year-old has made his way back into League One semi-professional soccer. He is actually an Oakville native and has been a goalie coach at UFT, and as well played professional for Montrose back in 2014 in Scotland, and has made his way back to Canada in one of the highest divisions you can play in soccer in Ontario, here in League One. Wanless plays over the top. His target, Rivera, able to spin his man. Duarte with a strong challenge. Lima with it now. Busby. Ball played over top. Flag stays down. Could be a chance here for Lima. Inside for Maslejka. Couldn't keep his feet. Open net. And the opening goal goes to Oakville. And it's Tyler Yasaka with his 3rd of the season. Roma cries for offside. The flag stayed down. Maslejka looked like he maybe had the clear-cut chance. Lost his footing. Was still able to get a shot on goal. And Burns single parry lands in the feet of Tyler Yasaka. And the former Mississauga Dolphin has got another this season. 2 goals in 2 games for Tyler Yasaka against Roma this year. Scored the winner against Burlington, and now he's got another here today. So 1-0 start for the visitors, and Roma's now got to shake that one off. They felt it was offside, but will not get the benefit of the doubt. And will have to come from behind in this match. Rivera now in the corner with some long throw capabilities here as he takes a long run up. Right at the edge of the 6. Egumang tried to flick on. He's got it now. Handball cries. Nothing from the referee. Petrucci. Mason Petrucci trying to spin and get delivery into the area, and Miskolski claims. Watson looked like he had his hand possibly in an awkward position. It looked like it struck the arm, but head referee Ira Fedorak has seen nothing and no penalty call. Wadless. Homensky heavy touch, able to control. Wadless down the line, finds Rivera outside the boot. Ankubane the target. Can't finish. What a ball from Diego Rivera and Jared Aguimain. The Brock University alumni cannot finish. His start at Roma has not been picture perfect. A player who scored double digits in League One last season. He's got 2 goals in 4 starts, 5 appearances so far this season. And he almost could have had another. Petrucci controls, trying to play Aguimain in. And that ball much too much behind it. Miskolski forward, Maslenka flicks on. Prito couldn't control. And Ethan Miskolski away. Battle for it. It's going to be a foul. That one going against Tommy Salako. Salako, Canadian citizen. He was born in Atlanta, Georgia. Played his first season in League One here with Oakville SC. He played in the first junior division in Portugal, making 28 appearances for his club. He moved back to Canada and has now started in 4 straight matches. Salako away, but he's going to concede a corner in the first of the match for Club Roma. Not the start they would have wanted, going down early, but they fought back hard here. And we'll start on the set piece. Wanless outswinger into the area, cleared away by Cherkowski. Back on the wing for Wanless. Left-footed cross into the area, and Cherkowski again wins that ball at the back post, but he concedes another corner. Rivera to take now. To the front post area. Cherkowski again wins the header. And Homensky, just a miscommunication that time with the American as that one rolls out of bounds. Lima collects. And Adriola with the challenge will concede the throw. Roma's had a very solidified back line to start the season, especially with Miskolski and Czarnecki starting every game at those two center back positions in that back four as Maslejka goes over. Got a shove from Andriola. And Roma looking to play physical here early on. But with the loss of Wally Amat in this game, who had started all 5 games leading up to tonight, the former Hamilton United player has been a strong addition to Roma's back line. But it gives a chance for Eric Woodland, who hasn't seen a starting position since the start of the year, in that right back position for St. Catharines Roma. Here's Del Priore. Beautiful play from Roma, and they're able to get Rivera in behind. The ball coming in from Wanless. Rivera can't get delivery into the box, but he's won another corner. Wanless, the St. Catharines native, playing for his hometown club. Again, returned to the team slightly late after coming back from the United States. Puts this ball in. Miskolski clears. Del Priore finds Ekyemeng. Ekyemeng strikes, and Tchaikovsky got his foot in the way on the volley, and it rolls into the hands of Taylor Miskolski. Wanless made his debut in the season against Burlington in that win, and was a key player last season, logging almost 1,000 minutes in the 2024 League One campaign. Coming back from Malone University has been a key re-addition to the Roma side. That one coming off Prito, sliding to win the challenge. Maslejka trying to locate Lima, he does. Busby. Prito. Here's the goal scorer, Yasaka. Watson now wants the ball into the area. Lima outside the box, struck on goal, and Bernschenkel on his near post. Had to be careful, and he clears it out for another corner. Another corner, I should say, the first for Oakville in this match. And it's going to be Daniel Prito, the Mississauga, Ontario native, to take. Outswinging ball coming in. Oakville attacking, and that one a bit of a waste from Prito. All the way out for a Roma throw. Tchaikovsky muscled away by Rivera. He could be in here. Brought down by Watson. And they're going to give a yellow card, but it's going to go against Diego Rivera, I believe. And it was on the initial contact outside the box, so it's going to be a Roma free kick. Del Priore and Wanless stepping over it. Del Priore backs off and will allow the left footer to in-swing this ball into the back post. And another clearance away by Tchaikovsky. Petrucci back into the area and rolls all the way beyond the touchline for an Oakville goal kick. So 2 penalty cries from Club Roma so far in the early goings of this match. And they're currently down 1 from that early Yasaka goal. Challenge coming in from Konrad Chernecki. He concedes the throw. Petrucci away into the path of Agyemang. Ball went out first, and Petrucci will have to slow up here. It is a Roma throw. Woodland weighing his options. Rivera wanted it. Busby was first to it. And Miskolski clears away for an Oakville throw. Watson will play back near Salako. Tchaikovsky has had an early impact defensively this game. A couple of big clearances on the back end. Agyemang able to control in front of Tchaikovsky. He's got Petrucci with him. Petrucci into the area, cleared away by Watson, but not convincingly, and he will try once more, but he concedes a corner. Fourth quarter of the match, only 20 minutes in. Into the area, and it was Konrad Chernecki, the one to get the head on it. But it did come off deflection, another corner for Roma. So Andriola will try again. To the front post this time, cleared away by Duarte. Petrucci back into the area, and Tchaikovsky away. Del Priore in space now, curling to the back post! Just wide. And out for a goal kick. Del Priore with a glorious chance on that left wing side. Just creeped into a good area, but couldn't find the bend to find that bottom corner. Miskolski forward. Andriola wins the aerial duel. And that's going to be an Oakville throw. Last off Woodland that time. Petrucci knocked over Yasaka, and that ball's going to run all the way below the touchline, and Bergstingle will get things going once again quickly here. Chernecki looking long this time. And into the hands of Taylor Miskolski. Salako, Chernecki gets up. Brito heads down, Maslenka reaching. Here's Brandon Duarte. Ball in behind, and he's located Son. Busby clipping Petrucci late. And he's down just outside the 25-yard marker. It could be another look for possibly Elijah Wanless, who makes his way over to stand over this one. Wanless swooping into the back post, cleared away that time by Lima. Del Priore on the turn. Wanless Backtracking, Duarte with the pressure. Petrucci last back. And we'll play him behind for Homensky. Miskolski quick out of his goal, and we'll just let it run. So correction on the yellow card. It looked like it was originally going to Rivera for simulation. They gave it to Jalen Watson. So Watson picks up his first yellow of the season in the 17th minute. And we'll have to be a little cautious from here on out. Miskolski to play long. Didn't make it very far, and the wind blew that one right into the path of Rivera. Outside the boot, Homensky. Couldn't get it away to Del Priore. Strong defensive challenge from Lima. Del Priore with it now. Able to skip the challenge, and Saunders sliding across. He's going to be the second into the book. And that's 2 now for Oakville. Both outside backs are going to be... It was hard to see in real time, but it was clearly won by Del Priore. Prito was the one who got him in the head. And was it the extended elbow that caught him, or was it just a collision on an aerial battle? And I think that's what it's going to be. So no card given out to Prito. And I think that's the right call. He knew nothing about it. But again, a free kick, a set piece inside 30 yards for Roma. And something they haven't been able to capitalize as of yet. Andriola, the lone taker. Low, cleared by Watson. Woodland lost it, and Andriola took down Prito. And free kick going Oakville's way. Here is Daniel Prito. Busby, Salako. Wantless slipped, and it could create a chance here for Oakville to the back post. Yasaka couldn't get over top of it. The ball in from Lima had located the head of Tyler Yasaka. Already a goal in this game. And looking for his second before the half-hour mark. Head coach Federico Torriziani making a change here in his formation, putting Ronaldo Homensky on the right wing side over Mason Petrucci. And we'll see if this change will bring some success. Busby chopped by Del Priore. And an easy call for Fedorak in the head referee on that one. And Oakville looking to play quickly. Miskolski tracking back. Here's Yasaka. Ball just hanging on that end line, and Yasaka elects to keep it in. Here's Busby. He'll have a go from distance, but Bernshingle all over that one. Salako wins. Saunders with Petrucci on his back. Great work out here from Oakville, but Del Priore able to win the challenge. Kali. Homensky. Agyemang. Ball looking for Woodland, making that run out of the right back position. Cut out by Yasaka, and Miskolski's got it now. Agyemang. Gianluca Del Priore, and that ball cleared out of bounds. It's going to be a Roma throw. Almost coming right into the broadcast booth. Here's Wanless. Forward from Elijah Wanless, and Cherkowski tracking back, able to cut out that long ball. Yasaka, great feet. And will calmly play it back to Salako, who will slow things down here for the away side. Here's Saunders. Duarte. Maslenka. Checking back, will play Salako. Duarte. Wanless away. Petrucci lays off for his captain. And quite can't get to that one. Another ball rolling out of bounds for an Oakville throw. Wanless all over the back that time. And it's going to be going Oakville's way. Similar how this fixture went last time at the Bronte Athletic. It was an early Oakville goal that got things started off. That goal coming from Brandon Duarte, who stands over this free kick now. Oakville did add 2 more goals onto that first to take a 3-1 victory. And they've had chances to do so here, but so has Club Roma. Here's Komensky, the speedy teenager. Del Priore, that came off Preto. Late challenge coming in from Yasaka. Wanless. Roma dropping deep here as they try to hold possession. Miskolski looking long, however. Rivera being dragged back. And Duarte has it now. Busby, challenge from Ronaldo Homensky. Maslenka turning, caught up by Del Priore. Ronaldo Homensky goes down. And Maslenka is going to head into the book, his second offense. And that's the third Oakville outfielder to be sent into the referee's book. Another yellow for the away side. Less than 12 to play before, of course, any added injury time here in the first half. Oakville off a Tyler Yasaka goal in his third of the season has the lead 1-0. He almost played Maslenka in there that time. Birchsigle able to cut it out. Saunders heads down, Wanless. Intercepts but gave it away to Lima. Lima goes down, he's able to keep it in. Del Priore. Rivera, what a turn in the middle. He's got Aguimeng in front of him. Rivera cuts back onto his right. Diego Rivera blocked by Salako. Homensky couldn't find the target. What a run from Diego Rivera to create that chance. Homensky, right place, right time, but he couldn't get it on target. And another missed chance from St. Catharines Roma. Saunders too easy out of the back that time, trying to locate Maslenka, but a great cutout by Chernecki. Charging forward, intercepted by Busby. Miskolski Gives it away, Lima. Yasaka now. Trying to go one-on-one with Woodland. Takes him to the byline. Ball across, cleared away by Ethan Miskolski. Del Priori lost his footing. Here's Watson. And he's able to win the throw for Oakville here on the near side. With 10 now remaining here in this first half. Masleka gets it back. A nice roll by Yasaka into the area. Got through everyone. Petrucci first on it, and he's able to clear it down the line. In space for Rivera. Forward for Aguimen. Couldn't keep his positioning. Duarte goes down. It's a Roma throw. Cleared away by Salako once more. And he had a choice word that time for the referee, and he's going to get a talking to as well as Brandon Duarte. To the corner now, Rivera. Double team, Saunders clears it out for another St. Catharines throw. Wanless on the return. Ball came off the hand that time, but it's going to be a corner. And another in this first half for St. Catharines Roma. They've dominated that part of the stat sheet, but haven't been able to break through this very strong Oakville defense in the air. Wanless will try once more. Deep to the back post. Rivera the target, and it went out of bounds before it came to Yasaka, so it will be an Oakville goal kick. Trukowski forward. Hometsky. Del Priore. Back for Ronaldo Hometsky. Deep to the back post. Petrucci is won by Saunders. Second clearance, and it went out for another corner. And Roma will try again. An in-swinger now coming in from Nicholas Andriola. To the front post. Sat there. Miskolski had a chance. Aguimen puts it in. And it's 1-1. Roma ties it. Nearing the brink of the 40th minute. It's Jared Aguimen. And it's his third of the season. And his second in as many games, Jared Aguimen. Set piece opportunity after set piece opportunity for Club Roma, and they finally capitalized on a corner from Nicholas Andriola that dropped in front of Taylor Miskolski in goal, and Aguimen able to poach a goal just before halftime. Miskolski goes in flying. He'll give away an Oakville throw. Salako will now take this throw and a possible long throw opportunity for Oakville as they try to create something here. A set piece of their own. Short to the near post. Woodland away. Agyemang, the goal scorer. Pressured away by Duarte. Slick feet that time from Salako. That got through Muskowski, but Czarnecki there and will clear it. Agyemang. Numbers forward for Roma here. Ball to the back post. Petrucci couldn't get there in time. Muskowski quick out of his goal. Got ball, but knocked over Petrucci as well. And cries from Roma, but it was offside as the flag comes up late from the near side linesman. Josh Hicks making the call on that near side sideline. And Muskowski will step over this free kick. 1-1 now, and the mood here at Kiwanis Field has completely changed. And the momentum with Roma. Can Oakville combat it? Andriola wins the challenge in the middle. Given away by Homensky, and here comes Yasaka. Tyler Yasaka, touch strong. And Czarnecki sliding in. Pops that ball up. Wanless knocks it down for Del Priore. Wanless looking forward. Switch over for Agyemang, and Cherkowski with a strong, all but important touch, but Agyemang was offside. As the flag goes up once again against Roma, so it will be Oakville free kick. Remaining minutes here in the first 45 before we go into injury time. 1-1 the score after Tyler Yasaka opened the scoring for Oakville. And on the opposite end, Roma's number 9 and Jared Agyemang able to tie things up. Cleared away by Cherkowski. Searching out Diego Rivera once again. Cherkowski away. And Rivera's going to go long here once more. Change of plans. They'll go short to Rivera. And he wins another throw in the corner. This time Roma will take it back at half here with Czarnecki. Ball switch, but won by Saunders, but he concedes the throw in. Saunders flicks on. Salako away. The Club Roma Ultras getting loud here now, as they've won another corner. Roma searching for a second to end this first half and take the lead going into the break. And they'll try it once again from the same side. And the set piece from Nicholas Andriola. He'll whip into the center area. Czarnecki got up, but he couldn't win. Cleared away for a Roma throw. And Rivera's going to say stay in the box. And he's going to try the long throw once more. Clear to the front post. Watson away. Helped on by Preto. Maslenka trying to take it under control. He's got Lima in front. Here is James Lima. Preto. Trying to get it behind Del Priore. He cushions it back for Miskolski, who gets it up for Homensky. Ronaldo Homensky in behind for Agyemang, and the offside flag's up. And much to the Roma fans' demise, Agyemang in behind, a little too fast that time, and we'll get the indication of 2 added minutes here at the end of the first 45. Enough time for maybe one more attack for either team to see if either can break the deadlock before the halftime break. Cleared away by Chernecki. Rivera went down. Battled up in the air, Petrucci. Rivera away with it now. Ball cut out by Cherkowski. And now it's with Yasaka. One-on-one with Woodland. Tyler Yasaka cutting it on the right. Wanless clears away on the heavy touch. And the rain continuing to fall here in St. Catharines as we near in on the final minute of the first half. Maybe one last opportunity for the home side. Petrucci in behind for Agyemang, and Cherkowski was all over it, but he'll let it run to his keeper in Taylor Miskolski. Watson down the line, and that one not finding the intended target. Watson away. Woodland challenge. One in the middle. Saunders got up. He was undercut by Petrucci. Came off his hand. No call. Miskolski. Here's Woodland. And ball played too far behind Ronaldo Homensky. And with seconds ticking away here in injury time, Oakville maybe one more chance if they can hurry here. Here's Brito. Watson. Challenge coming in from Woodland on Yasaka. He's able to beat him. Yasaka wins the corner as the flag goes up on the far side. And one last opportunity for Oakville here to end the half. We've already played the 2 minutes of injury time. And now Daniel Prito will stand over this free kick. The in-swinger to end the 45. Their second of the half so far. Prito, high looping ball to the back post, and Bird single all over that one. And that will do it for the first 45. It started with a Tyler Yasaka goal at the brink of the first quarter of an hour. And the response from Jared Agyemang with his third of the season ties this one at 1 apiece as we head into the halftime break. St. Catharines Roma 1, Oakville SC 1.
For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you. across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off, with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off, with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land.
Roma looks to keep their undefeated streak here at Kiwanis Field and possibly their last game of the 2025 season here at this pitch in St. Catharines before they head back to Club Roma. Would have been here today if it wasn't for the rain this week, postponing that opening night from happening. But we stand here in the match of the week. Welcome back to Kiwanis Field. My name is Noah Vogel. You're watching live here on League One TV. Oakville SC against St. Catharines Roma. 1-1 the score after the first half. The goal scorers JaredEgyamang and Tyler Yasaka. And if you want to follow League One wherever you go, including today's match and any other League One men's premier match this season following or during match week number 6, you can download the app on the Apple and Android App Store at League One Canada. No substitutions from either team at halftime. Both sides believing the 11 they started with will give them the best success here to start the second half. Rivera switches to the far side. Homensky, overlapping run from Woodland. It was cut out well by Watson. He clears away. Maslenka in a battle with Miskulski, who tries to let it run, and it will just do so. It's one of the small advantages you do feel. St. Catharines having one of the only grass pitches as their home field in all of League One Ontario. However, they have had the upper hand here at Kiwanis so far this season. One of their 2 wins in League One coming at this field, as well as their League One Round 1 win as Andriola with a strong slide tackle on the far side, trying to get his team fired up here early on. Great work out of the back, and Rivera might be away here. Advantage played by the referee. Ball played in behind, and it was cut out by Jerkowski as he clears it away from danger. Del Priore skips through challenges. Rivera now into the box. Sorbona cross, but cleared away that time by Salako. Homensky now. And off the upright, out of bounds. Not quite the delivery Ronaldo Homensky would have wanted. It's been a slow start for his standard, the teenager from Hungary who was named League One's Young Player of the Year last season, and what a season he had. 12 goals. Was up near the top of League One scoring throughout the entire season. He's got 1 so far through 5 matches. He started in all 5 games this season. But he still brings that exceptional flair and speed down that right or left wing side for this St. Catharines Roma club. And he just hasn't quite found the finishing touch to start this season. But you know what to expect from Ronaldo Homensky. And it's pure class and skill from the teenager. Salako's going to take over this throw-in. The long throw into the edge of the area. Chernecki away. Saunders lost out to Rivera. Roma trying to counter here. Agyemang. Lost it at his feet momentarily. Duarte getting his body in front. Went down, and he's going to win the free kick. Jared Agyemang, a goal here today. He had a goal in that 2-2 draw that Roma was coming off against Woodbridge, a very strong team. The only team that's beat Oakville so far this season. In a 2-0 come from behind, point away from home for Roma. Was a big boost heading into this match of the week against Oakville at home. Maslenka, ball in behind Watson. Came off of Woodland and cleared away by Del Priore. Andriola finds Del Priore on the turn. Homensky made the run. Del Priore taken out from behind. Agyemang looking for Rivera, and Roma wanted that ball called back for where Del Priore was taken down, but he said and felt that Roma had taken advantage. But they were not able to capitalize. Watson. Cut out that time by Woodland. Watson will clear once again. Muskowski there. Busby goes straight up, but he's able to corral it the second time, and he'll leave it there for Prito. Busby. Prito trying to play him behind. Maslenka was making the run. The ball will cushion over to Lima. Agyemang hustling back, able to win the challenge, but he's going to be called with a foul that time, committed by Jared Agyemang. Just caught Cherkowski late that time. Here's Yasaka. Homensky to the center circle, Agyemang. Laid off for Del Priore, Woodland. Miskolzi. Here's Wanless. Roma looking to control pace here now. Past the first 5 minutes of the second half. It's been very even possession based between both sides. Here's Homensky. Ball into the area. Agyemang was the target, but too close to Muskowski that time. Busby there to pass, almost forced Watson into trouble, but he's able to find Maslenka. Cut out by Muskowski. And Bernstengel will clear the length of the field. Cherkowski heads down. Here's Duarte. He's played in a very deep-lying playmaker role this evening. We haven't seen him push forward much often, but he has been the backbone of this midfield and has kept Roma on the counter away from the Oakville goal. So throw conceded by St. Catharines, and Salako will now trot up to the sideline to put in a long throw. Salako into the area. Chernecki clears. Watson. Cut out by Woodland. Del Priore on the turn. Leaves it for Homensky. 3-on-2 now for Roma. Agyemang was offside, I think, and he stopped his run. Del Priore with the challenge. Oakville now looking to pounce the other way. Here's Lima. Agyemang getting back to usher that cross off the woodwork. Roma can't clear. And Wanless, as well as, Andriola and Chernecki go down. and a yellow card thrown out. Masleka cushioned that ball. I'm not even sure who struck it for Oakville, but it caught the center of the left post of the Roma goal, and Bernshingle knew nothing about it. So 2 Roma players down. Andriola still on the floor. Czernecki back onto his feet, which is a good sign for the home team. The yellow card looked like it was issued to Oakville. It wasn't Masleka. He had picked one up already in the first half. So it was Jamari Busby who got into that altercation just outside the 18. So free kick given to Roma. And with everyone back onto their feet, Andriola will continue on. And Roma will look to push downfield. Now with the wind against them here in the second half. Homensky went down in an easy clearance for Watson, but they're going to say that Homensky was put down forcefully as he wins the free kick. So Wantless and Andriola stand over once again. Wantless will step off. Andriola to the front post. Watson clears away. Wantless gets up, sitting outside the 18, flicked on. Rivera in behind, but he was offside, and the goal will not count. Czernecki had played it in behind on the flick outside the 18. Rivera was quick to it. Miskolski looked like he had a clear punch on it, but couldn't really make any contact with the ball in the air. It came down for Rivera, who walked it into the goal basically, but he was in an offside position before doing so. Down the line from Wantless. Rivera able to push off Lima. Challenge coming in. Del Priore able to pick up the loose ball in the middle. Saunders, already on a yellow, was able to make a clean challenge, and now he's off as he strides over center field. Yasaka, step over, curling to the back post, blocked by Woodland. Yasaka turning, bodies flying. Woodland came in collision with him. Yasaka slow to get up, but he is now back onto his feet. And now Roma's away the other way. Here's Diego Rivera with Aguimain and Petrucci. Rivera onto his right. Sliding challenge coming in from Lima and cleared away by the Oakville back line. Saunders gave it up and is now down. Perito attacking here for Oakville. Yasaka, Maslenko wants it in the 6. Cleared away by Czernecki. Saunders back to his feet, but limbering heavily. And it's won by Del Priore. Back and forth stuff here in the first 15 of the second half. Duarte with a clean challenge on the far side. Saunders goes back down now, and he's going to possibly need some treatment, and he will. Players readying on the sideline for Oakville, including Ronaldo Hilton, who plays majority of that right back position for Oakville, as well as Humber College at the OCAA level. And Saunders seems to be in some severe pain, that right ankle. So Oakville may have to make a change here, nearing in on the hour mark. Saunders helped up and will have to exit the field now after receiving treatment. And it would have came on that exceptional run he made through the middle and that challenge that came on the far side. The change is now going to be made. So it will be Saunders to exit and Ronaldo Hilton to enter the match. He's yet to start a game this season for Oakville. It will be his third introduction this season. Played a little over 75 minutes so far this year, and he'll get another 30 here tonight against St. Catharines Roma. Prito wins it off of Homensky. So back underway, and it's already in possession now of Roma. Gimeng couldn't skip past Salako in a very timely challenge from the center back in Tommy Salako. Second official issuing a free kick on the far side. It's going to go Oakville way. Forward from Oakville, and they've won a free kick just outside the box. It's going to be a yellow against Ethan Muscolzi. So a dangerous position, especially for a player like Brandon Duarte. Who had a free kick goal that was called back in week number 1 in the League One Cup against Railway City, where Oakville was able to win that one easily, 4-0 the final score. But Duarte robbed of what was a pure free kick into the top corner. We'll see if he can replicate that here. Prito runs over. Duarte curling. Got through. Bernsteingle was just able to parry it away. And Muscolzi tried to keep it away from the corner flag. But nonetheless, it will be an Oakville corner kick. So it'll be Tyler Iasaka to take it. The out-swinging corner, high looped into the box, is cleared away by Wanless. Duarte struck it cleanly, but just wide of the left post. And now we're going to see a double substitution, one from each side, as Roma's going to make their first. And Oakville will make their second substitution in this game so far. Roma just going to be held back before making their substitution. So entering into the game is Jeremy Le Rojas. And a call-up who makes his first appearance for Oakville in League One play. Maslenka pushed off by Wanless. Rivera trying to give it back to him. He was ushered away by Rojas. And Rivera commits the foul. And it's going to be an Oakville free kick. So now the substitution will be made, and Mason Petrucci is going to be the one to exit for Roma. So Antonio Agofsky will make his second appearance in League One play this season. Off the bench once again, the Brock University freshman made his debut this campaign against Woodbridge in that 2-2 draw. And we'll see if Agofsky can bring what Roma needs to edge over this Oakville side. Handball cries from Roma, they won't come as Yasaka gets the better of Homensky. Woodland blocks but concedes the corner. Daniel Prito, the one to stand over the free kick. Wind pushing that way and just over top of everyone once again. And with the aerial threats of Trukowski as well as Solako in the box, a bit of a waste that time for Oakville. Trukowski already a goal from a set piece this season. That one coming against Railway City at the start of the League One Cup. Aguimain trying to put that ball in, but it was read well by Miscolzi. Final 25 minutes of the 90 here. Here's Watless. Scooped over top and behind. Hilton clears, but Rivera was able to win it back. Rivera with his back turn. Able to skip past Solako. Lost it to Rojas. Maslenka looked to drop it off for Prito. Miscommunication there, and Andriola's got it. Del Priore. Woodland. Homensky. Tried to get it back from Del Priore. However, it was cut out by Oakville, and now back in possession of Roma, and that one just skipped past Wanless. Lima looking to move quick. He finds Rojas. Cute for Roma, but Maslenka got in between it. Cherkasky heads away. Here's Yasaka. Time to control. Breaks through the challenge. Came off the head of Del Priore. It's going to be an Oakville free kick. So Prito will stand over at last. Set piece he had, he hit it a bit long. He's quite a distance out here. Came up short that time. Rojas lost it. Here's Rivera. Waiting for support, was challenged from behind by Rojas. And he's got himself into the match early on here for Oakville off the bench. Here's Wanless. Rivera with a sweet turn. He finds Agofsky. First touches on the ball since entering the match. Into the area. Aguimain lets it run. Del Priore. Del Priore blocked in front. And cleared away by Cherkowski. Miskolski away. It will be an Oakville throw. Lima. Wadless intercepts, finds Andriola. Back for Agofsky. Agofsky taken down. Aguimain tried to play advantage, but it's going to be called back, and it will be a Roma free kick. Jura Federak felt that there wasn't enough to play advantage there, so the free kick will come back outside the 30-yard mark. And then Nicholas Andriola will step over it. Del Priore and Andriola talking over, and they're going to let Agofsky step over this free kick now. Agofsky in his second match in League One. And now there's issues over on the far side with some of Roma's coaching staff who are now been issued away from the bench. And in frustration, someone has been ushered away from the match. So now we continue. Back with Agofsky, 2 on the wall. Ran over, but had to wait for the whistle. Agofsky will try once more. He'll go for goal. Just wide of the post, and you could see when Andriola let him step over that ball that he was going to try and go for it. And a long distance out, and was not able to find the target. So that go forward for Oakville. Wanless clears. Andriola battling the captains against each other, and Andriola comes away successful. And now he's found Del Priore, who finds Homensky. Cut out by Rojas as Del Priore was making the run in behind. Woodland back for Muscolzi. Here's Woodland. The Roma fans pushing their team on here inside the final 20 minutes of the 90. Del Priore, Muscolzi. Forced all the way back to Bernstingel. Homensky trying to hold up against Watson. He lost it. Here's Yasaka. Challenge in from Andriola. Rivera. Aguimain made the run. It looked like he was in behind and may have been in an offside position. Nonetheless, that ball was too far in front for Aguimain to get onto it. Czarnecki forward for Wanless. Aguimain in an offside position, never saw that ball coming in from Wanless. As he runs into Lima, and the referee waving that one off. Great effort from Prieto, but he wasn't able to hold the line. Challenge from Duarte, concedes the throw. And we're going to see the second substitution now for Club Roma. And a substitution that's going to change things up here, as Eric Woodland will check out after getting his first start after starting in the League One Cup season opener for Club Roma. And he'll exit here now in the 74th minute. And Michael Solomon will enter, and he's going to move into the midfield. And Homensky will now move to almost a right wing-back position. And it could be a 3-back here for Club Roma for the remainder of the 90. Solomon making his 6th appearance this season. He's appeared in every game so far, only started one, and is yet to find the back of the net. The gunslinger from Brock University. Player who's battled with injuries in the past, especially last season. Yasaka may have handled that one, but referee thought otherwise. Hilton will play back for Miscolzi, and he will clear the length of the field. Solomon's first touch. Lost it to Lima. Maslenka. Haven't seen much of Michael Maslenka in this game. He's had a lot of good hold-up play, but Roma has got the better of him when in possession. Prito flicks over Andriola. He'll have a go. Duarte was making the run on the back post. Bernstein with a massive save, as that one was finding the bottom left corner. Ball into the back area. Maslenka got up. Couldn't put it back into a dangerous area, and Roma had just let Yasaka shoot on that left peg. And Bernstein had to be all over that one, and he was. Salako into the box. Maslenka went down on an attempt at a possible overhead kick, and it's pushed down the field for Aguimen to run onto it. He's able to win the throw. Rivera trying to get on the inside of Watson. Diego Rivera to the byline. Nobody there for Roma. And Homensky may have skied the best chance of the game so far for the home side. Rivera did the work. He held up and waited for help. Homensky was the first to get into a dangerous position, and dangerous it was. They got too much under it and chipped it over top of the bar. Chernecki away. As we're inside the final quarter of the hour before we hit injury time. Chernecki away once more. Tchaikovsky couldn't find a teammate. Rojas had pulled back Andriola. Wadless. Ball in behind, looking for Solomon to chase. And Miscoli clears it away for a Roma throw. Agofsky back for Rivera. Agofsky. Solomon. Del Priore. Miscolzi parries. Agofsky has been lively since he's come on, has created chances for Roma. Chernecki cut out by Hilton. And that's going to roll for a St. Catharines Roma throw. Del Priore with another great hit inside the 20-yard mark, and he just couldn't beat Miscolzi that time. Andriola in the air. Rojas brings it down for Prito. High ball for Agofsky to control, and he wasn't able to do so. Prito back for Hilton. Maslika. Lima, a touch into space. Duarte, Maslika twisting, and he may have been offside. The flag did not go up, but Bernstingel able to make the stop on Michael Maslika. Twisting scissor from the number 9 would have been spectacular if he was able to put away the acrobatic finish, but never really had any venom behind it to beat the Roma keeper. Agofsky gets the first touch to keep it alive. Hilton trying to ride it onto the end line. Solomon wins it. Hilton gets it back, and it's going to be an Oakville throw. Got over Andriola that time. Lima will play it forward. Wanless for Agofsky to flick on. Cleared away by Cherkowski. Maslika. Cleared away acrobatically that time by Chernecki, and Ronaldo Hametsky couldn't control that one on the touch. Wanless intercepts. High ball for Agofsky. Challenged by Hilton. Was knocked down, and Hilton able to skip the challenge, and he's knocked down by Agofsky. Oakville not happy that Wanless had kicked that ball well out of play. But no card forthcoming. So Danny Prito will step over once again. Right on the 45th yard marker. In the final third here for Oakville. Into a dangerous area. Chernecki clears. In a battle that time with Rojas. Cut out spectacularly by Lima to stop the break that time for Roma. Hometsky. Andriola. Wanless looking long once more. Cherkowski clears away. Prito able to skip the challenge and play it forward, but Chernecki was there. Bernstingel clears. Hametsky gets up. Flicks on for Solomon. Challenge in from Rojas, and he's able to win the throw as well. Final 8 minutes of the 90 here at Kiwanis Field. 1-1 the score. Plenty of time for either team to steal the 3 points late here. Chernecki, high ball up at center. Time for Agofsky to bring it down. Ball up for Solomon. Trying to return to Agofsky. He kept it in. No, he did not. As the flag comes up from the assistant referee and Josh Hicks, he saw that ball cross the line fully, and it will be an Oakville throw. Solako 4, Prito helps it on. Duarte, one more to Masleka. Michael Masleka cut out by Chernecki. And Conrad Chernecki will clear it away from harm. Lima trying to turn. Wanless with the challenge. And Rivera might be away here. Solako working hard to get back on Rivera. He pulled him down. And that's going to be into the book. Another yellow for Oakville. And it's going against Tommy Solako. Jura Federak going to pull this one outside the 30-yard marker. So about the same distance that Agoski had to go at only minutes before. Will he try once more? This time he'll go low into the edge of the 18, cleared away. Rojas, Agovsky got in the challenge. Andriola finds Agyemang. Offside flag stays down. Hilton sliding in. Agyemang holds the line. Agyemang still with it. Jared Agyemang! Ball sitting. Andriola cleared off the line by Cherkowski. Solomon. Agovsky had to go, cleared away. Del Priore diving, goes down. Referee saw nothing, and it's cleared to the corner, and it will be a corner for Club Roma. What an opportunity, and what a defensive play by Adam Cherkowski. Charnecki, the Brock University OUA West All-Star this season, thought he had his first of the League One campaign, yet to be denied by his center back counterpart. Here's Andriola on the ensuing corner, deep to the back post. Miskolski out of his net. Rivera settles, blocked in front. As Ethan Miskolzi had to go. Del Priore taken down. Lima, Wadless sliding across to stop the counterattack for Oakville. Oakville trying to quickly get back to it, but we are going to see a substitution now. And it's going to be the goal scorer in Jared Agyemang to depart. And Michael Fernandez will enter into the midfield. So Solomon will now move up into that number 9 position. Fernandez, a lot of experience off the bench. And just finished his final season at Brock University, captaining the club in the OUA this year as he clears it away as far as Lima. Rojas had to go and got well under that one. And the Roma fans let him hear about it. Bird single forward. Eyes for Solomon, but it was helped on by Andriola. Agovsky kept it in, but lost it to Lima. Rojas over top, searching for Masleka. And Bernstingle will collect inside his 18. High up for Rivera to collect. He'll cushion it for Andriola. Nicholas Andriola. Cut out by Hilton that time. Agovsky waiting for the bounce as he drops it off for Rivera, who was challenged by Lima, but he wins the throw. Inside the final 2 minutes of the 90. And James Lima has gone down. And he's going to be ushered to the sideline here. So Oakville to play with 10 before they can get a substitution here. Wanless tries for a third time, can finally collect, but then Maslenka will kick it out of bounds. Roma looking to hurry things before Lima can receive any treatment or be re-entered into the game, and he will come back now. So Oakville back to 11. Long throw. Opportunity here for Rivera. Edge of the 6, cleared away by Salako. Andriola couldn't collect before it was cleared by Brito. Miskolci comes across, but he gives it away to Maslenka. Duarte couldn't find his feet, but he's able to get by Homensky and finds Yasaka into the area. Maslenka could not finish. The offside flag may have been up, but Maslenka has just given up the chance of the match so far. And Roma will move it quickly upfield. Here's Rivera. Driving at Hilton. Agovsky trying to return, and Salako came across with an excellent sliding challenge. Switching, looking for Duarte, who has found himself now in a more advanced position. Del Priore. Del Priore looking long. Salako with another unbelievable defensive clearance. Miskolci steps. Homensky was there as well. Del Priore on the turn. Gianluca Del Priore driving here for Roma. Inside the 90. We're into extra time. Roma throw. Homensky. Rivera couldn't keep hold. Watson will clear away. And now here's Daniel Brito. And it's a waste of a ball as that one goes out of play. Both teams certainly have a chance to steal all 3 points late here. But it's looking like Roma, the team, controlling the play right now. Turn from Solomon, trying to play in behind for Rivera. And cleared out of bounds by Salako. Solomon lost the second touch, and it will be an Oakville throw. And before anything happens, Oakville is going to make a substitution late here. And it is going to be to take off Michael Maslenka, who will fail to score tonight here after scoring in the 2 matches before tonight. And now entering the game, Fidel Soares, who will take over his position and see if he can have an instant impact late here. Slacko forward. Prito lost sight of it. Limo plays ahead. Andriola flicks on. Duarte trying to play in Yasaka, but cut out that time by Ethan Miskolci. Tyler Yasaka lost it out of bounds. Roma to play long forward. And they'll win another throw on the far side. Ahead for Oakville. Time ticking away here inside injury time. 1-1 here in match week number 6 of the game of the week here on League One TV. Both teams trying to steal the 3 points. In the final game, most likely played here at Kiwanis Field. Here's Duarte. Yasaka. Sizing up on Fernandez. He gets the block in. Here's Hilton in space. He'll look to deliver across into the area. Chernecki able to clear it away for Roma. But now Oakville on the front foot. Salako again with a long throw opportunity, and he'll play it to the edge of the box, and a foul committed by Jalen Watson to the push from behind. And Roma's going to look to go quickly here as Czernecki springs it for Ronaldo Homensky. Blocked as Trukowski came across. And what has been an unbelievable defensive display from him this evening. Homensky cutting inside, leaving it for Del Priore. Rivera. Solomon just striked it wide. His first attempt on goal, and he just couldn't find the bottom left corner. And that's going to be the final whistle as it blows here. After the 90, a stalemate, a defensive speciality for both sides as this final score ends. St. Catharines Roma 1, Oakville SC 1. For myself, Noah Vogel, thanks for joining me this evening at what will probably be the final match here at KIWANIS Field before Club Roma heads to their home at Rinaldi Field. But for now, a strong point for both sides as Oakville able to steal one away from home, and a comeback draw once again in back-to-back matches for Roma as this one finishes even at 1 apiece. Thanks for joining us here on League One TV. We'll see you next time for the match of the week. See you and good night.